Okay, good evening, Us. So tonight's guest instructor is Sensei Darren Chan, probably the most technical fighter who does karate, so hopefully we can all learn a lot from him. Over to you, Sensei. Us.
Okay, guys, just start with that jog on the spot for me. Good. When I say go, that's when you get knees up, arms up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 20 seconds of that, guys. Let's go. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, keep going 12, keep going 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, good 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's slow it down, slow it down. When I say go again, we're going to go again. You ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 20, 19, good, 18, 17, right, 16, 15, 14, 12, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, yeah, mate. From there, hands out. Just start to squat. Keep your back nice and straight. Stick your bum out. Up and down. Hitch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, her, ju. And again, hitch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, her, ju. Again, hitch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, her, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, her. Well, hold it halfway down, from hands out, little pulses, hitch, knee, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, ku, ju, hitch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, ku, ju, hitch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, ku, ju, hitch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, ku, ju, hitch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, ku, ju. Last 10, hitch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, ku, 8. Yeah, mate. Stand up, sit your legs out. Okay, from there, guys, what we're going to do, turn that down a bit. So, what we're going to do from there, we're going to do some walkouts. So, from here, we go down, walk out like so, press up, walk back, stand up. Press. Let's go, guys. Hitch, down, knee, stomp, chi, go, rook, shish, hutch, go, shia. Okay, yeah, mate. Shake it out. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm sure Sensei Tom, when he trains, when he teaches you, you go through things like warm up, stretching, as you normally do in a dojo. Some of the things I've seen though, dojos, is ballistic and dynamic stretching or kicking before you've stretched or warmed up. So people start doing the QR games and things like that before there's any warm-up. What I like to do a short warm-up like that, which is a pulse raiser, gets your heart rate up. Then you do basic stretching. So what we do from there, back straight, bend one leg out like so. Pull the foot up, stretch out your hamstring. Over there, itch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, hutch, do, June. Okay, I'm sorry. Itch. So things like, just hold the stretch, guys, while I talk. Things like the splits, the box splits, gaining more flexibility. They should be done later on in the session or as part of the rest during the middle of a session. Definitely at the end for developmental stretches because you're more pliable, the muscles are more relaxed and warmer. Okay, yeah, mate? From there, on the go. So push your foot into your hand and push your hip through. The more you do that, so if you push your hip foot into your hand and push your hip through, more down the front of the quad. At the same time, so push your foot through, push your hip through, and back a lot more. Feel that? Pitch, knee, sun, shi, go, shish, touch, do. Okay, side. So, put it in your hand, push your hip through, and lean back. Let's go, itch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, shish, touch, do. Right from there. I was speaking to Sensei Tom about different flexibility work. Now, like I just said, the flexibility, I love doing my flexibility work. I love kicking. I'm renowned for kicking and things like that. That's because I love kicking. I love doing the flexible stuff. But it's really important you get the flexibility training right. And there is a way to do it right, and there's also a way to do it wrong. So, like I said, a lot of people will just go, right, that's it, open your legs as wide as you can. That isn't the first part. That's not how you should do it to begin with. So from here, what I want you to do is have your feet, out, like so, and pull your legs out. Like you're going to keep it that cheap, but your feet out. Okay? From there, put one hand in here, one hand here, and just push the legs apart. Hold it there. What I want you to try and do is relax, don't bounce or stretch, never ever bounce. And as you push out wider, try and sink your bum down a little bit lower. Just hold it there. Itch, knee, just really relax. Now, from there, just rock side to side. And each time, just try and get your bum a little bit lower. Itch, knee. Now, if you ever saw me fight in tournaments and things like that, you'd see me warm up quickly, which is what we just did. The first pulse raiser. Always warm first. And then you'd see me sitting there doing this. Okay, just easing yourself into the stretch, pushing those legs apart, making sure you're getting movement in your hip, flexibility in your hip, flexibility around the groin, and obviously around the hamstrings and things like that as well. Okay, from the other side. You just keep doing that for a sec while I explain something else. What I'm going to not do, guys, is bore you with science or bore you too much with the talking stuff. We're going to do a lot of work while I talk. So, flexibility. Some of you may already know this, so if I'm teaching you suck eggs, just tell me. But flexibility comes in different formats. And when you kick, you don't just have to be flexible in the hamstrings. You have to be flexible in the quads, hip flexors, but it's important to be flexible in the hips. If you're not flexible in the hips, you're not going to be doing much. So it's flexibility in the hips as well. So when you do that, you should feel your hips starting to grind a little bit. You should feel that flexibility around the hips as well. Feel that? Okay. Okay, yeah, mate. Okay, guys. Next thing we're going to do from there. So the last thing we're going to do before we go on to some technical work. From there, what I want you to do is get in a position like so. I want you to push your legs as wide as you can. Here, you see me? I've got my feet out, like a frog's leg position. Okay, from there, all I'm going to do is get down low. It doesn't matter how low you go. It doesn't matter. From there, you're going to walk forward and back. Now, say for instance, there's a big gap between my groin and the floor. Every time I go forward and back, just try and get the groin a little bit lower.
And we've got to do this for about, I don't know, 2 minutes. Just getting that flexibility on those hips, just getting that movement. Remember, you've got to have flexibility not only in the hips and the joints, you've got to have flexibility in movement as well, not just in the position of the splits. Remember, you guys are going to be ballistically kicking and punching and moving. You have to have flexibility throughout the movement. If you look at a boxer, if you look at a karate person, if you look at any one that does this sort of stuff, or a sports person, they have flexibility throughout the movement, and that's key, not just flexibility in general. There's all really well like sitting there in the box splits looking really, really flash. If you haven't got any power and flexibility throughout the movement, you're not gonna be effective. Okay, let's just have another minute, guys. Good. Sensei Tom, can we do what? If you take everyone off mute, if you don't mind. Have I got everyone on mute? You got everyone on mute, off mute?
People just unmute themselves if they need to.
Okay, there you go. Right, guys. The only reason why I said that about the mute thing is because I've been doing the Zoom thing now for how many months with my class and things. What I like, if I can hear you guys, if there's any questions you want to ask as we're going along, just ask away, because that's one of the points of this as well. Boys, I want you to ask questions. Sometimes in a dojo and things like that, some people don't want to speak up or they don't want to ask a question. They think it might be. If we take you all off mute, if you just want to ask a question as we're going along, ask away, and I'll try and answer the question best I can. Okay. Did you feel that in the stretch there, guys? Yeah.
Us.
Just stand yourself up, guys. Knee. Down. Knee. Down. She. Okay. Shake out. Next thing we're going to do, make sure you can get something that you can hold on to. What you're going to do, guys, is you're going to get into a moshigiri position. So when you do the moshigiri, you can be in a position. Look how low this light is. My wife put this light in. I keep getting banging into it. You want to get into a moshigiri position like so. That's your moshigiri position there. Okay. Your bottom foot, your base foot is pointed out. What you're going to do is you're going to place your hand just above your knee. Here. Okay. And the idea is you put it up. Like so. So what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to do this. Okay, that's not what I want you to do. What I want you to do from there is pull your knee up as high as you can. First. Okay, just hold it there. Hold it. Knee. Done. Making sure.
Us, Sensei.
Yeah.
Where is your bottom foot, Sensei?
So my bottom foot, can you see, angled away. Yeah. So I'm not in, I'm out. Do you remember the position that we did earlier? Just relax a sec, guys. Just relax. I've had plenty of coffee today, so if I start waffling, please do excuse me. Right. Look at this position here. Remember earlier when you did this? Remember that?
Us.
Look at the position there. Very similar. It's the same position, but in the air. Look. So my foot's there, and I'm pulling this up. I just haven't got the leg bent. So it's the same position. The more you open your feet out, the wider the hips will go. Okay, so you must make sure you open the feet out. So open the bottom foot out, pull that leg up. Now from there, again, like I said about flexibility in the hip. If I do it this way, again, people know me from my kicking. So if I pull my knee up here, okay, I can extend and I can kick there. Say for instance, the fellas over there, I can extend my hip here and I can kick and extend here. Then if I extend the bottom leg and extend my hip at the same time, I can kick further. So what I can effectively do is kick longer. So if the polish was moving, I can actually bring my knee up, extend my hip and kick longer and still get him. There it is. So what we can do now is pick the hip up or the knee up. The knee stays in the same place. Don't pull the knee back. The knee stays in the same place. Going through and back. From there, you should groin through and back. So watch. Then from there, going through, back. Going through, back. Going through, back. Us. Okay, I want that 10 times, guys. Let's go. Put your going through. Oh, does that hurt? That's it, guys. Good. So now what you're getting, we're getting flexibility in the movement, not just the flexibility side of things. Good. Okay, exercise. Once you've done that, I want to let go of the leg. Hold it there. From there, extend. Ich, knee, sun, chi, go. Let's go. Shish, ach, ku, ju. Another 10, let's go. Ich, knee, let's go. Sun, get those knee up, shi, go. Rook, shish, ach, ku, ju. Right, yeah, mate. Before we go on to the other leg, let me explain something to you. If I've got an opponent in front of me, okay, the kick, so what does most people like to throw a moshigiri, whether it be gedan, chudan, jodan. Okay, they like to throw a moshigiri. Now, people think about the leg being long, and they try and think of a big kick like that. Especially Thai boxing. Thai boxers will throw the leg straight, yeah, and it takes a long time for that big dead weight to get where it's going. So, with what you've just done there, if you get the knee in the position, whether it be low, middle, or high, gedan, chudan, jodan, as long as the knee's in the correct position, your leg's only out for a split second. And this is why I had a lot of success with kicking. Your knee only has to get to the position as fast as you can. So all you've got to do is get the knee to the position, whether it be low, middle, or high. Then from there, once the knee's there, I've just got to kick. I've just got to extend the end. Just got to extend the end. Just got to extend the end. Extend the end. So all I've got to do from there, so if I'm in front of you, get my knee in the position. Knee position, extend. Watch. If I want to push out further, I just extend my hip. So pull my knee up, extend. From there. And it's only a split second. Whether it's off the back leg, here, watch. Or if it's off the front leg. So I'm off the front leg, knees coming up in the position here. So when you practice your kicks now, guys, don't practice the whole kick. Practice it in 2 stages. Ich, knee, sun. Once you've done that, then practice this. Ich, knee, knee. And then you practice the flick at the end. There, there. Then when you put that together, you're there, moving around. Then it just becomes a flick. Yes? The flick, though, as long as you get the knee through the centre line, you can knock people out. Whether it's off the back leg or the front leg. Yes? Okay, the other leg now. So, what we want from there is foot here, turns out. The other knee up. Knee up, there. Extend the hip out, pull back. Extend the hip out, pull back. So, there you've got to extend the hip. Extend the hip, pull back. Extend the hip, pull back. Keep doing that. Do that 10 times, guys. So you've got to try and think, is the knee stays the same place. The knee stays the same place. What I'm doing is I'm pushing my hip through, pull back. Look at that. And that really is how I get more extension on the leg. Pushing my hip through. Yes? Okay, now, once you've done that, hold the leg up. Ready? Hold the leg up. Ich, knee, sun, chi, go. Rook, shish, ach, ku, ju, and again, ich, knee, chi, go. Rook, shish, ach, ku, ju. Yellow. Okay. Just rest a sec, guys. Anyone want to get water? It's quite hot tonight. Want to get water? Have a drink, you kids, kiddies. Have we, Sensei Tom, have we lost some people on here? There's that girl that was on here. I can see Lionel, but he's not on here. Got Emma, Andy, Farrow Bros, and you, Tom. I can't see anyone else. You're mute as well, Tom. I can't hear.
Have you got Emma, Sensei Emma? And Mark?
No, I've got Emma. Yeah, I've got Emma, but I haven't got the other girl. Just so I can see them. So if I need to correct them, I can.
Katie, Tracy, Mark. I can't unmute them either.
Yeah, they're not.
On mute. Sorry, some of their cameras don't always work, but we've definitely got Louise, Farah Ninjas, Sensei Emma, Senpai Berry.
Okay, I just thought if just in case I couldn't see them in case they wanted to ask me a question. So if they I'm sure if they can pop off, they will ask for something. But yeah, it's cool. Right, let's jump up, guys. Just get into the fight position, guys. Start bouncing on the spot. I need you to be light on your toes, guys. You need to be light on your toes. Keep bouncing while I'm talking. One of the things that I was very fortunate enough to do was train with someone called Michael Thompson. Some of you may have heard of him. Some of you may not have done. But if you look back through the history books, the guy was very light on his feet. Because he was light on his feet, he was able to move very easily. And that movement created dramas for everyone he fought. You need to just relax. One of the biggest things knockdown fighters do is this, and they try to punch as hard as they can. You just need to relax, just relax. The more relaxed you are, the more devastating you'll be. Okay, from there, all we're going to do is just oiski. But I need you to just move forward and oi, the other side. From there, just move forward, oi. There, but make sure you keep your hand up, itch. There, but it's got to be light on your toes, so you've got to be in and out, itch. The idea is not to punch as hard as you can. I'm not trying to punch. I was never, just come around a minute, guys, sorry. I can say this now, I don't mind saying it now. I wasn't necessarily the strongest fighter, but what I had was a fighting brain. And what I wanted to do is knock people out. So what I did was try to set traps to knock people out. Okay, so from there, what I'm going to do is just oyster there. Itch, knee, stand, she, go, rook, shish, touch, go, good. And again, itch, drive that back leg, knee. Keep going, sun, she, so it's my feet, go, rook, touch, go, two, last 10, itch, knee, sun, she, go, rook, shish, good, touch, go, good. Okay, from there, watch. What we're going to do, we're going to try and knock the person out. Joe, I want you going to the right side, okay? The left side of the head with your right leg. So, if I was to come straight out and throw Joe and Moshigiri, they're going to know that I'm going to throw Joe and Moshigiri. Yes? So the idea is, I'm going to do the oiski. Now the oiski, make them react. Yeah? So we went oiski, gakuski. So from there, oiski, gakuski. Let's go. Edge. But it's fast. From there, I'm just going, watch. Fast and short. Throw, back. Throw, back. Let's go. Edge. Knee. Sun. Good. She. Go. Rook. Shish. Elbows in. Touch. Curve. Shield. Okay. Now, what we want is we want to draw them in. So, from there, we go oi, gaku, come back ever so slightly. From there, watch. Oi, gaku, come back ever so slightly. So, again there. Oi, gaku, come back ever so slightly. As you come back, turn the hips. What we want is we want them to have the momentum. So we go there. 1, 2, back. There, itch, and back. Knee, then back. Let's go, guys. Itch.
Us, Sensei, should we have our right leg forward?
You should have I'm putting my right leg forward because of my left knee is worse than my right knee. So the bigger operation I had was on my left knee as opposed to my right knee. So I'm putting my right leg forward. You can put your left leg or your right leg forward. It doesn't matter. I would normally fight on my left leg forward, but that bounce from the left leg was going to injure my knees more. So that's why I put my right leg forward. Okay. So 1, then back. When we come back, I want you to turn sideways ever so slightly. Pitch. Come back side. Knee. Come back side. Sun. See. Go. Okay. Now, from there, this is a Michael Thompson special. We go 1, 2, there. So, what this does, you punch him over his arm. From there, he can't get his arm up. So we go oi, gaku, punch over the arm. That's when the leg comes up. And because you've come back, he's following you in. So what happens effectively, I'll go oi, gaku, and as he comes back, where I punch down, I'm going to come over this arm. So you won't be able to pick the arm up. So I go oi, gaku, over the arm. But I've taken the weight back on this leg. So I've got 1, 2, that's come back. This arm isn't there to devastate and punch him. It's there to stop his arm from coming up. That's when I wrap my leg around his head. Okay? Then I go, Oi Gaku, as I move back, he comes towards me, but the Oiski over his arm and tracks his arm. The minute I've done that, I throw my jaw down. Us?
Us?
Okay, so on each count, we're going to go, Oi Gaku, come back, each knee. Okay, let's go. Each count, I'll watch you. Edge. It's important that 1, 2, 3, 4. What you've got to try and do is not do this. Don't go, Oi, Gaku, come back, stop, throw. Remember, he's coming towards you to hurt you, or she's coming towards you to hurt you. So it's got to be Oi, Gaku, come back, throw, kick. Ready? Edge. Good, nice. Knee. Son. Try when we do finally spar, try it. Even if you're not doing the other kicks, just punch over the arm. So you trap the arm, you're punching over the arm. They can't lift the arm up then. Punch, throw. Punch, throw. Edge. Knee. And that's right, yeah. So that's what Tom just did there. As you throw that, that one comes straight up. So then back, back. Son. Sheep. Good. Go. Good. But that move back's really going to get them coming towards you. That's what you want. Sheep. Good again. Go. Run. Sheesh. Atch. Good. Kurt. Shear. Okay, just relax it, just shake it out. Okay, as we used to do in Bethnal Green with Shian Noddy, what he would do through the session is you'd do a circuit. The circuit is designed to work your cardiovascularly, but then so your heart and lungs, but also it's designed to absolutely tire you out. So then you'll then having to work on empty. When you then go and do tournaments, you'll have that depleted energy because you're nervous. So with that in mind, that's what we're going to do. You've got to do 20 press-ups. Then you've got to do 20 squat kicks. Then you've got to do 20 burpee jumps. And once you've done that, you've got to do 20 sit-ups. The sit-ups, here like so, where you go one leg, the other leg, both legs. 1, 2, 3. 3 is 1. You've got to do 20 of those. Once you've done that, you've then got to do side squats. So you've got to do this. From there, you've got to go knee, 20 times. So you've got to do that as fast as you can. So 20 press-ups, 20 squat kicks, 20 burpee jumps, 20 side squats, 20 sit-ups.
Oh, Sensei, can you demonstrate a squat kick, please, for juniors?
Squat kick, yeah. So the squat kick. You're squatting down. It's Jordan Moigari. Jordan Moigari. Just as fast as you can. Now, as much as I'd love to do it with you, my physio would not allow me to do that. So I'm going to watch you kill yourself doing that. Are you ready? Just to give you a little bit of a nugget here, Michael Thompson used to do this in, I think he did it in 1 minute 45. Yeah, no, 1 minute 35. 1 minute 35. I never got to 135. No, sorry, he did 127. I did 135. There you go. So he did 127. So that's what you've got to aim for. You've got to try and get this as fast as you can. You ready? Hang on. It's got to be proper press-ups, proper sit-ups. Okay, get ready, guys. 3, 2, 1. Hydrate. All the way up with those press-ups. All the way up, all the way down. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. That's it. So you've got 20 press-ups. Come on.
Squat kicks, is it next?
Squat kicks, yeah. 20 squat kicks. I want bum all the way down to the back of your calves. Bum all the way back down. No, guys, you've got to get your bum down. Bum down. Come on. Get that bum down. All the way down, all the way up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good. Come on, come on, come on. Get it down lower, get it down lower. Come on, faster, faster, faster. It's good, boys. Keep going. Come on. Good, Sensei. I'm going to keep going. Good, good, good. Nice, Andy. Well done, well done. Come on, guys. Well done, well done. Once you've done that, you've got burpee jumps, 20 burpee jumps. But I need your bottom down to the back of your thighs or back of your calves, out, and then good burpee jumps. Well done. Let's go, 20 burpee jumps. Go, 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 go. Come on, guys. Nice. That's good. Keep that going, keep that going. Good, good, good. Come on, come on, come on. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Well done, guys. Faster, faster, faster. Come on. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Once you've done that, you've got the sit-ups. One leg, the other leg, both legs. Let's go fast, guys. Come on. One leg, the other leg, both. Come on. Good. You've got to keep your legs out straight, though, guys. Legs out straight. So your feet have got to be 6 inches off the floor. One leg, the other leg, both legs. Come on, come on. Let's go faster, faster, faster. Let's go. Come on. Go, guys. Go, 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 go. Come on. Well done, well done. Once you've done that, you've got the side squats. Well done. Come on, push, push, push. That's it. You right, Andy? Yep, side squats, Andy. Just give me a big us when you finish, and I'll tell you the time you've done. Brothers, the boys, you okay? You good? Us? You all right? So make sure you keep doing it. Make sure you get through the whole thing. Go on, Emma. Keep going. Go on, Andy. Well done, guys. Well done. Come on. Good. Okay, it's 2:49, Andy. Well done.
Miles off.
Right, that's okay. Well, 2:53, Tom. Keep going, Emma. Come on. Done that? 2:59. Well done. Oh, no, you've got to do side squats. Okay, keep going, keep going. Just get a drink, guys. You boys and whoever else tonight, I think, girl, whatever her name was, just get a drink, guys. Make sure you stay hydrated. Important that you drink water. There's not enough dojos. There's that old school mentality where they say, don't drink water. That's a load of rubbish. You've got to drink as much as you can. Stay hydrated. It makes the body perform better. Good. Okay, 3:25, Emma. Well done. Well done. Okay, now that we're a little bit tired, now we'll continue. Okay, so, there, guys. We're going to see. So, we can have your left leg out in front. I'll put my right leg out in front from there. We're going to do from there is we're going oiski, stashki. So from there, watch 1, 2. Now these stashkis, if you work with Sensei Stringer, or Sensei Stringer, you'll be working that hip movement. So from here, hip movement. So watch, it comes on an angle. So there, 1, 2. So like from my body into the punch, body. So itch, knee. So make sure you stay nice and light. Itch, knee. Okay, let's go. Itch, knee. Remember, you bend your legs. Sun. I try to use the analogy of life. How can't you do that? Go. The minute you finish. Shish. Ach. Go. Shia. And again. Itch. Knee. Sun. Sheep. Go. Work. Shish. Ach. Go. Shia. Okay. Sensei Tom asked me to give like any sort of tips and stuff that I may have used or you could find useful for yourself. One of the things that I found useful, and I teach in boxing, is to mess the tempo of the fighter up. So you'll see it. Those of you that have ever fought or you sparred, you'll see it all the time where you start to spar and you're going mad. Then you'll get tired. And you're both at the same tempo. If you watch a knockdown fight, watch the two Russians. Watch them in the third round. It's the same thing. 30 seconds before the end, the buzzer goes, they go mad. Everyone seen that? So with what I'm doing here, what you do, you lower the fighter. If I do that, they know the tempo and they get used to that, they tense as I do this. So the idea is I go itch,
and then I change it. Throw that slow, then fast. Or I might go, so you go slow, there, edge, knee, then faster. You change the tempo. And it's important for the next combination I'm going to give you that you change this tempo up, because this is how you knock people out. So from there, the combination is this. Switch disgusting. From there, you switch, throw. Okay? And it leads on to what we did earlier. So from there, we go oi, start, switch. But when I switch, I occupy the same space. And I throw it down as a get out. So from there, watch. Oi, start, switch, gap you down. From there, oi, start, switch, down. That's when that comes up. He thinks when I punch down, his reaction is to do that. So I'm going, I might go, oi, start, switch, throw, and then move about. Then just throw down, so he goes like that. Throw down, so he goes like that. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, switch down. 1, 2, switch down. When I see him doing this, that's when I'll start to change. Now, watch. I hope I'm not losing you guys, so watch. Oi, start. Sorry, I'll get it right a minute. Oi, start, switch, throw down. But what I want you to do, I'm in front of you here. First, oi, start. When I switch, watch. I'm in front of you. I've gone across here. So my attention's going that way, I punch him that way, this is the thing that's going to knock him out. He's not thinking about this. What he's thinking about is me going that way. And then as I go that way, that follows round. First, oi, start, switch punch, let's go. Edge. Knee. So that third punch, oyster, is a gakushiki. Sun. Oyster, gaku. Yeah. And make sure you switch across, guys. Shi. Go. Rook. Sheesh. Nice. Ach. Ko. One more Jew. Hey, yeah, mate. Okay. You ready, guys? You're gonna hate me now. Circuit again. Got to beat your time. Are you ready? You're gonna do the circuit again. The press ups, squat kicks. Okay, is everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. At your mate. Got to beat your time. Try and remember what your time was. Got to beat your time. Let's go, guys. Go. Come on. Fast. As you squat kick all the way down. So go all the way down and up. All the way down. So go. Get that bum down. Good. Bum down. Nice. Good. Come on. Keep going. Time's good. Come on. Keep going. It's good, brothers. Good kicks. Well done. Nice. Come on, Ned. Okay, squat kicks. Yeah, you've got burpees as well, guys. Keep going. Well done. Nice. Come on, keep pushing. That's good, guys. Well done.
Sit-ups.
That's good, brothers. Good. Well done.
Okay.
Come on.
Go, 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 go on. Nice, nice, nice. Good. 201. 201. Good.
Us.
2 minutes, one. Well done. Okay. 208.
Push.
Good, guys. So, guys, this is a good way to measure fitness. With your fitness, this is something that I bring into my fighting, not just with the Kyokushin thing, but obviously with the boxing side of things as well. It's got to be, you got to measure, you got to have measurable things. Okay, so you've got to have markers, and you've got to be able to plan and plot and measure your progression. So there's got to be a chain of progression. Okay, guys. I'm sure a lot of you know this anyway. So if it comes to kicks, if it comes to, well done, Emma. That's 243. Well done. So if it comes to kicking, if you're doing that combination, technique at the beginning where you're holding your leg up for 1 minute. Try and hold your leg up for a minute and a half. Try and kick 10 kicks. When you're then doing a combination, you do the combination. You might do 10 one side, 10 the other. Then time yourselves doing the circuit. The more you can take your heart rate to the optimum level, the fitter you're going to get. Now, your fitness is based on your recovery rate. So the faster you recover, your heart rate dropping, determines your fitness. And this is something that I try to bring in, firstly to my fighting, but then also to people that I train as well. There's a real science behind it. Some of the people that are leading the way is because they apply the science. It's not just about, everything evolves, and I'm never ever going to say karate off back in the past or anything like that, but karate, boxing, everything evolves. You look at the fighters of today, the karate crew of today, very much different to the karate crew of the 80s. But then saying that, in 10, 15 years time, what we do might become obsolete, and it'll be better and more advanced then, and so it should be. So always try to keep pushing yourselves and having a goal. So with that circuit, try to use that circuit where you push the circuit, you then try and time yourself, and then try and get it faster and faster and faster. Okay, guys? Right, does everyone need a drink? Everyone okay? Okay, so we'll go back to that combination at the beginning. So from there, bounce to the spot. Stare. Oi, gaku. Oi, start, gaku. Go leg. Then switch the other side. So we're going to have oi, start. Switch gaku. So then keep switching. So 1, 2, switch. Then throw the other leg. There. Go oi, start. Switch gaku, throw the leg. Then oi, start. Switch gaku, throw the leg. Now just work both sides. But just keep moving around. Just keep nice and light on your feet. Just keep moving around. What I didn't want to do tonight, guys, is give you 1,000 techniques. And then you get offline and you think, what the hell did that bloke talk about? I wanted to give you a few things to work on. So, like Tom was saying earlier, I didn't want to waffle too much because no one wants to do that. They want to train. I wanted to give you a little bit of insight into some of the stuff I do, some of the stuff that works, some little ideas with stretching, and some little ideas with how to be able to kick someone in the face and head by tricking them with some other stuff. Then add the fitness element to it as well, so you're still working, to still get that heart rate up. So you come out of the session going, actually, I feel tired. So let's work that, guys. What I want you to do is just say, light on your toes, okay, and work that. Oi, start. Switch, gaku. The other way. Oi, start. Gaku. Just move around, nice and light. Us. Keep changing the angle. It doesn't matter whether you're face onto me. Just keep changing the angle. Keep changing the angle. Good. All of you are doing that better now because you're more relaxed, because you're tired from those circuits. Tired from the circuits, you're more relaxed. Guys, when you throw the gaku, watch. Throw the gaku, you're going, oi, start. There, we're here, we're going, oi, start. When I throw the gaku, punch down. So there's a definite change in height. So 1, 2, there's a definite change in height. What I want them to do is I want them to do that. 1, 2, definite change. As I come down, I then come up. Watch from there, back. So I go down, come up. Oh, that's right. Yeah, nice. Well done, well done. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. One. Keep going, guys. Nice. 8 yamai. Okay. Yamai, guys, yamai. I'm sorry to do this. So we're going to do that circuit one more time. And then what we're going to do, we're going to have a bit of stretching. So developmental stretching. So get ready. You've got to really, really, really knock yourself out on this one. Now, this is the last time you're going to do this circuit. And I mean, you've got to really, really go for it. So you might have really gone for it earlier, but now you've got to really, really go for it. Okay. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Hajime, let's go. Just keep pushing, guys. Give me a big rush when you finish. I'll tell you the score. Go, 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 go. Come on, come on. That's it. Nice and deep with that squat kicks, guys. Nice and deep. Well done, well done, well done. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Good. That's nice, guys. That's nice. Keep going. Come on. Good, 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 good. Well done, well done. That's nice, guys. That's nice. That's nice. Well done, well done. Come on, push, 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 push. Keep it going, keep it going. That's it. Fast, 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 fast. Good. Yeah, you done that, Evan? Push, yeah. You done that. 132. Nice. Well done, mate.
What's the time?
139. Well done. Go, 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 go.
Woo!
Come on, guys.
Us.
154. Well done.
Us.
Ah, see Louise now. 159. Tom says you're really flexible, Louise. That's what I'd say.
You should see her do the splits. Better than you.
Let's have a look, Louise. Let's see the splits. Yeah, nice. Like that. Can you do the box splits?
She was between two chairs the other day, Sensei.
Wicked, wicked. What about the box splits, Louise? You did the box splits, like both legs out that way? Yeah, there we go. Boom. Good stuff. Keep that flexibility up all the time. That's really important. As you get older, trust me, ask people that are older than you. It gets a lot harder as you get older. So keep that flexibility. So if you do it when you're younger, you don't have to do it as much as you get older. But if you don't do it when you get older, it's a real problem. It's a real headache. So the better range of motion you get, the easier it is to do things, especially things like kicks and fluidity in movement. So flexibility is key. Right, is everyone okay? I want to do a little bit of developmental stretching now, guys, just to finish you off. So, having said that, let's make sure the first thing we do is to get into that. Here, like so. Okay, now, what we should do is a lot of people get into this position here, and then they try and stretch their hamstrings by going down as low as they can. Now, when you go down as you can this way, you're not now stretching your hamstrings. You're taking it off the hamstrings. So you get in this position, and all you're going to do from there, lean back. And that lean back straight away, you're going to feel that on your hamstrings. That's without even going down. Just lean back. You're just going to hold that for 10 seconds. Okay, so just get in that position, guys. Just lean back. Over there, itch, knee, down, shi, go, rook, shish, hach, ku, ju. Now, if you lean back now, and at the same time try and get your elbows to the ground, you feel that even more in your hamstrings. Hold again, itch, knee, Sun, Shi, Go, Rook, Shi, touch, 2, 2. From there, same thing applies. Lean back, grab hold of one leg. And on the lean back, so I'm still leaning back, I pull in. Again, it's developing the hamstring stretch now. Not just trying to pull into your leg, you're leaning back and pulling in. Itch, knee. Sun, that should feel different. Shi, go. Rook, shish, touch, 2, 2. I'm sorry. The lean back, pull in. Itch, knee. Sun, shi, go. Rook, shish, touch, 2, 2. Okay, from there, into this position again, legs wide. From there, you're just going to hold that position and just rock again. Okay, we're going to do this for 1 minute. That's what we're going to do from there. Just rock. Feet must be out. Just put the feet out. Don't put the feet in, put the feet out. Just rock. Itch, knee, sun. Every time you rock back, try and push your hips out further. Try and get the groin to the floor. So Louise, you might already be like as wide as you can be, but you other guys, if you're not that wide, don't worry. Every time you go back, just try and push your hips down so you really feel that stretch. Not through your not just through your adductors, your inner thighs, through your hip joint as well. Who likes Jean-Claude Van Damme? Anyone? Yeah, of course you do. If you ever watch Jean-Claude Van Damme training, this is one of the exercises he does for his flexibility training. And we all know how flexible that man is. 30 more seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 24, 23. Okay. From there, guys, what you're going to do, you're going to do something called PNF stretching. But you're going to trick the PNF stretching. So PNF stretching means you'll get this proprioception, neurofacilitation. So you might go, what are you talking about? Your muscles are going to go to a point where you're not going to be able to stretch them anymore. What we can do is trick that. So from there, push your knees into the floor. So you're trying to push your groin into the floor, your knees into the floor, and it will raise your bum ever so slightly. You'll start to shake. Really try and push your knees into the floor and your hips together if you can. So you'll feel that in your adductors. If you all feel that, just put your thumbs up if you feel that. Yeah, good. Just hold it there. 10, 9, keep pushing. 8. Really try and squeeze your legs together. 5, 4. Okay, now relax. You should find as you relax, your hips go a bit wider. Yeah, feel that? Okay, push in again. Let's go. Push in again. Itch. Knee. Come on, son. She. Go. Really push. The more you push, the more it will relax, the wider it will go. And relax. Now it should go wider. Feel that? Okay, we've got one more. Push again, push again. Itch. Go on, knee. Sun. Go on, she. Go. Rook. She. Touch. 2. Okay, relax. Okay, from there. What I want you to do, bring your legs up, go back into the split position here. I want you to lean back. Hopefully, if I've got to do my job right, lean back. And now, if you slide your legs out, keep leaning back, don't drop forward. You should find you're able to go wider than you've been before, or you're able to go as wide as you can. If you've gone wider, thumbs up. Boom. Okay. From there, try and go as wide as you can. Go, Louise. See, just keep doing it, Louise. I'm an old man now. I'm old and decrepit, and I can still do it. That means you keep doing that. You'll be able to do it for all your life because you're really young. So just keep doing that as much as you can. Okay. Yeah, mate. Okay. From there, just sit on the floor. Legs in. Take your legs up and down. Good. Grab hold your ankles. Push down with your elbows. Itch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Okay, flip up and down. And again. Itch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. One more. Flip up and down. Go. Itch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Okay, from there, legs out in front. Okay, when you go down to the front, don't just think about trying to get as low as you can. Grab hold. If you push your chest out, keeping the legs straight, you'll feel that bite on your hamstring straight away. From there, grab hold as low as you can. From there, push your chest out and try and bend your arms slightly. you'll feel that bite. Okay, ready, go. There. So it's not about trying to get your head down, it's just trying to get those hamstrings stretched. Just really try and bite those hamstrings. 10, 9, good. 8, it's good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and yeah, mate. Okay. And relax, guys. So at the end there, what we're going to do is just do a little bit more developmental stretching, just to get you to be a little bit more flexible and a little bit more flexible throughout the movement. And like I said, what's really important is you work the flexibility in different ranges. So you don't just work the flexibility. You don't just work the flexibility in kicking. Don't work the flexibility on the floor. So doing that static stretching is all very well. Static stretching is great. Static stretching is fantastic. But you've got to be flexible throughout a movement from point A to point B, whilst being powerful. So the training that you do has to mimic that. So when you train, you have to work flexibility, range of motion, and power. And there's different elements to fitness, and that's where the science stuff comes into it. So if you want to be an effective fighter or effective dojo fighter or anything like that, you have to apply those elements. So to be an effective kicker, for instance, you have to have the flexibility, you have to have speed, you have to have power. So you have to have the different things. Now, to work different elements of speed, power, and flexibility, you need to work those different elements, then put that together. Understand? Once you start putting that together, you might. So if you want to have a strong, powerful, flexible moshigiri, just kicking moshigiri is going to get you strong and powerful, and it will be okay. But if you strip that down and go, right, I'm going to work flexibility first, then I'm going to work power. So I might do, not you young kids, but I might work weighted stuff, or I might do the burpee jump stuff and plyometric jump onto a box. Plyometrically jump on one leg onto a box. If you do that, then you're going to be working power off of one leg. Remember, we're on one leg when we kick. So you need to work that one leg. Make sure that the supporting leg, although the other leg that kicks the person is strong, the supporting leg's got to be stronger to support what you're doing. Then you put the speed into it as well. You've got speed drills, agility drills. So if you were to have someone stand there with a tennis ball in front of you, and you were to get them to drop the tennis ball, and you've got to try and Jodo and wash before that ball passes your eye line, that's going to be a speed drill. Now, some of you might go, yeah, but would that knock people out? Speed and technique equal power. Those people that have seen people knock people out, it's not necessarily with the strongest kick, it's the fastest kick, okay? And it shocks the system and bang, they go. Or they've been caught Chudan wash, stuff like that, or a punch. It's not necessarily a hard punch, a hard kick, it's a fast technical kick or punch, okay? But what I would suggest is, in my opinion, if you're starting to do stuff outside your dojo, which all of you should, if all of your instructors are training you right, they should be telling you to train outside, which I'm sure they do. You should be putting these elements in place. Now, the beauty of today's technology, when I was a kid, many moons ago, you didn't have the internet, you didn't have YouTube and stuff like that. You can literally sit on YouTube now on the laptop, and you can watch any fighter of any year, nearly, of what they did last year, what they did 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And always try to look back at what people do, what works, and then try to apply it to your own stuff. Also, as well, be realistic. Something Tom said the other day is, people sort of say that I'm a maverick and things like that. One of the things that I realised a long time ago is I would always be loyal, and I would always try to do everything my instructor asked me. Then I'd always ask the question, and I'd always want to try and strive to be better. And I would always want to seek new things and try new things. And one of the things I always did was just went out on a limb and did it. And as in, if it was a kick to do in a tournament, I'd just throw it. I'd practice it over and over again. Then I'd just try it, just because I thought, it might work. And 9 times out of 10, I pulled it off. You've got to be willing to go, right, I want to think outside the box. So any of you that are wanting to take your karate further, whether it be fighting, whether it be carrying back, you've got to be willing to think outside the box. So get on YouTube, look at the strength and conditioning stuff. You got contacts, like, Tom's contacted me. You've got other fighters out there and coaches that can help you. You might want to see other things and try other things, but don't be afraid to look at other stuff and go, right, that works for me, that doesn't work for me. And you need to be realistic. If I've got a friend, Tom will know him, and other people know him. I've got a friend called Ollie. He was technically very bad. I mean, the man has not got an ounce of rhythm in his body whatsoever. In fact, I think a dead person will probably have more rhythm in him than himself. So he had no rhythm in his body. He couldn't kick above his waist, and he couldn't move very well. So yeah, he wanted to be a fighter. But the thing Ollie had, or Ollie's got, is tenacity. He's tenacious, and he likes to have a fight. So you have to work with that. And one of the things he had with that tenacity was power. He was really horribly powerful and disgustingly powerful. So I sat him down one day and went, listen, I don't want to be horrible, but you're in your 30s, late 20s, early 30s. You ain't ever going to kick, like doing jumping, shooting moshikiri and stuff like that. It ain't ever going to happen for you. And that's not me being negative towards him. That's me being positive, and trying to get the best out of him. I said, what you can do though is you'll end up trying to break someone's leg with a low kick, and you'll end up winning stuff that way. And that's what we did. We worked to his strengths. But we never, ever then said, oh, we won't throw a Joe that much, because what we could do is pull something out of the bag. So you've got to be realistic, guys, to yourself. If you are not very flexible, try all the time and be flexible. Try stuff. But know that that might not be your strength. Try and use something else and then come back to that at another time. Yeah? Well, I hope that helps. Hope you enjoyed that. Any questions from anyone?
No, thank you.
No. Thank you, Sensei Darren. It was a really good session. Thank you very much. I'm sure.
I didn't want to, like I said, guys, I kept that short. That's why I asked Sensei Tom at the beginning what others have been doing. One of the things that I'm not going to say who or when or why, but I like to get in and try. I like to train harder. I'm known for training hard. I'm known for committing and training. One of the things I don't like to do is train for about 10 hours a day, or 5 hours, or 3 hours, because it's not realistic. It's no point. You're not out in a dojo on a mat for 3 hours. Okay, you perform a certain amount of the day, and then you're done. But also as well, it's got to stay fresh. So you've always got to keep it fresh. So when why can't you put music on in the dojo and do some bag work and then incorporate some boxing elements to it, and incorporate this to it, and try this. And tonight we're going to do a strength and conditioning session. One of the things that I try to do with my kids and the adults I teach now is keep it short, sweet, and to the point. You don't want me to come on here, bore you with my life story. It ain't about my life now and what I've done. Some people might know what I've done, some people won't, but it's not about me, it's about you. The other thing as well is you want to learn some stuff that you're going to remember. So if I give you 25 things tonight, even I would walk away going, I can't remember any of that. But if I give you a couple of things where you go, oh, yeah, I remember that was quite key into changing this, that, and the other, that's going to promote and encourage you to stay positive, and you to go, actually, I want some more of that. You know what? That was quite good. It's short and sweet. Yeah, so you work your heart rate to the optimum level. You don't need to be working it more than what you did. And you learn some different techniques and try some different stuff out. So I hope that helped you. And I hope you can take that and use that in some other stuff. And if any of you are fighting, I hope to see that and be like, So, it's Tracy. You right, Tracy?
Hi, I'm at work.
No way.
Yeah, I'm stuck at work. I've got a patient coming, so I've got to do the session quickly.
Where what hospital are you at?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's loyalty. Look, she's working on the front line there, guys, and she's there. I've got where's my phone? What's that picture? I like that. How you been, Tracy? You been good?
Yeah, I've been good, thanks. Yeah, my patient's coming now, so I've got to go.
All right.
I'll see you soon.
All right, take care. Nice to see you.
Bye.
See you later.
See ya.
Right. Any questions from any guys? Anyone got any questions?
Can I ask a question, Sensei?
Yeah, who's that? Andy.
Mark, I haven't got my camera because it lags my phone. I just want a question, because you've been talking about a lot of the science behind fitness and stretching.
Yeah.
So recently I've been doing a lot of running to try to boost my fitness, but I'm wondering what is the most effective way just to boost for fighting, because I know that I'm only fighting in shorter rounds, not running marathons.
Yeah.
So sprints better than doing like a 5K.
Yeah. If so, what did you say, Mark? What did you say you were fighting in knockdown?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know the difference? If you do, just tell me. Stop doing suckers. But do you know the difference between aerobic and anaerobic? Do you know the difference between that?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
it's
you work
with and without air.
with and without, yeah. So if you work yourself anaerobically and you push your anaerobic threshold, your aerobic volume goes up. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you were going, so okay, if you were my fighter, whether you're a karate guy, whether you're a boxing guy, anything like that, I would push you anaerobically. So I'd push your anaerobic system through the roof. So I would get you sprinting as fast and as hard as you could. Then you walk back, then you sprint again. Then you walk back, you sprint again. That'll push your aerobic threshold as well. Doing a 5K, a 10K is no good for your aerobic threshold. What will happen if you were to draw a graph or a chart of your heart rate during, if they were to bring you up to a monitor whilst you're fighting, your heart rate would be peaks and troughs. The graph would be peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
You don't know where your heart rate is going to be. 1 minute you're fighting, then you bounce around, then you're fighting again, then you bounce around. So your heart rate's through the roof. So you've got to emulate that when you or replicate that when you train. So you've got to take through the roof. One of the have you heard of fartlek?
No, I haven't.
Fartlek, Farkleg. It's Dr. Fartlek. Basically, it's interval training. So what you do is you get a row of lampposts. There's a place where my mum lives. I used to do it all the time. There's about 20 lampposts. So what I would do is sprint to one, jog to the next. Sprint 2, jog half. Sprint 4, jog 1. That will be better for you for a knockdown fight than doing long distance. The only thing the long distance does, it gets you used to your body working at a longer rate. But then also what it does is it can bring weight down and stuff like that. What it doesn't do though, it doesn't push your aerobic threshold. So if you were to if I was to fight you and someone had told me about what Mark's training had been, yeah, he's been doing 10K. And you see it, you hear people talking around the mat. You hear people talk, oh, my training's been brilliant. I've been doing 10K runs every day. You go, oh, that's wicked, man. What have you been doing? 10K runs, what, every day? Do you do any sprints? No, it does a, right. I'll write that in my little book and go, right, the minute I get on the mat with Mark, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pace right up so hard that I don't think he'll be able to cope with it because he hasn't worked his aerobic threshold.
Okay.
Or his maximum. So what you've got to try and do, how old are you, Mark?
16 now.
16. Okay, so you're right. You're. Have you got any asthma or anything like that? Anything?
No.
Okay, so your maximum heart rate would be 204. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so your maximum heart rate would be 204. Say 200 for argument's sake. So you've got to get yourself to 200 beats a minute for you to be working at optimum level. And the way you do it is you go mad, whether it's bag work, where you're sprinting, and I mean sprint as hard as you can. Take your pulse for 6 seconds, times it by 10, you need to be at 20. So you need to be at 200. Then that's how you're going to get fit. Okay? Before you do that, take your resting heart rate. So if you were to take your resting heart rate and it was, well, if you're walking around, it's never going to be as low as it will be if you're sitting on the sofa at night. So say your resting heart rate's, I don't know, 16 years old, you're probably about 60 something. The time it takes from your 220 back, your 200 back to your resting heart rate determines how fit you're getting. So if it takes you 5 minutes to get back there, you need to get that lower. So then what happens is your fitness will go through the roof because your recovery is getting quicker. So I'll give you an example, and I'm going to not bore you too much more. I used to train a fighter called David Hay, who was a world champion boxer. And one of the things he did when the last fight that I trained him for was he was injured beyond belief before he got in a fight. But one of the things we did, we used a method that the American football players, the Miami Dolphins used, where we take his heart rate to a certain level and we bring it back. He could recover over 80 to 90 beats within 1 minute, which meant I knew when he was injured during a fight, I knew that his output, he could go on and punch and punch and punch all night long, to the point where we got his output at 680 punches a round. Because what would happen is that heart rate of 200 or whatever we got him to, and working at 80, 90 beats down, would be a continual punch output on the bag. When he gets in the ring, he's not punching for the whole 3 minutes. So what that meant was I knew that my fighter could get in that ring and punch all night long, bounce off, recover, go in, punch again, recover, punch again, recover, because we work the aerobic threshold. So that's what you got to do to work your fitness for nothing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hope that helps. Anyone else?
I have a question, Sensei.
Yeah, who's that? Who's there? What's that? Who's that?
Jack.
Okay, Jack, go on, mate, fire away.
How long have you been training for?
How long have I been training for? Okay, so I started karate when I was 4 years old, and I'm now, this year, I'm going to be 25. Right, maybe not 25. So I started karate when I was 4, and this year I'm going to be 43. So quite a long time, nearly 40 years.
39 years.
39 years, yeah. 39 years exactly, yeah. So 39 years I've been in karate for, so a long time. Long time.
Us.
How old are you, Jack?
Us.
Jack, how old are you?
8.
When did you
8.
start karate? Okay, that's good. When did you start karate?
When I was 7.
Oh, okay. So.
He already won his first tournament, Sensei, as well.
Oh, nice. Where was that?
IKK.
The IKK.
Oh, wicked.
With
Keep that
Joe
going, mate.
Dapawashigeris. So
Nice. Just a man of my taste. Joe Dapawashigeris. That was my kick. That was my trademark kick. So keep doing that, Jack. Keep doing that. There'll be more trophies coming thick and fast if you keep training. Got to keep training though. So one of the things, Jack, I'll tell you something now. When I started karate at 4, there was 85 kids in my class, and I was, if I was to tell you, if I was to ask you, do you think I was the most talented in the 85? What would you say? Do you think I was the most? Do you think in those 85 kids, I was the most talented? So I had the most potential. Do you understand the question? Do you understand what I mean?
Maybe. He was.
Do you think out of those 85 kids, do you think I was one of the best kids in the 85 kids?
Yeah.
No, I was probably one of the worst kids in the 85 kids. I was asthmatic, I am asthmatic, and I found everything a struggle. So from the asthma to all sorts of things. But you had loads of kids in the class of those 85 that were super talented, super talented, and could do things so much easier than me. And they were getting medals and stuff like that. One of the things though they didn't have was they didn't have the dedication. So what you used to find is when they used to find it easy, when they used to get things right, and because it was easy for them, they got bored and they ended up leaving. Because it was hard for me and I worked hard, really hard to attain a certain level, I ended up becoming the best. But out of the 85 kids, I was the only kid that carried it on. Every single kid left. So I don't know how talented you are. I don't know how, what it is you do. So all I will say is this: whatever the talent, whatever you do, even if you are talented, you have to work super hard, because as you get older, the talent dies down a bit and your hard work takes over. Yeah. So you have to keep pushing really, really hard. And you'll be that kid in the end that is the one that said, I started at this and there was loads of kids and I'm the only one. There was a load of kids during a training session in Crawley. And at the time you had a kid called Blake Collins. You had, what was the other kid? There was a load of kids. And Blake Collins, have you heard of Blake Collins?
No.
Blake Collins, he won't mind me saying it. When he was a tiny kid, he was a little bit overweight and he found it a bit of a struggle. He wasn't doing very well. And I sparred, all the adults had to spar with the kids. And we were giving the kids, just giving them a bit of a hard time and just sort of, working them and not hurting them or anything like that, but just working them and stuff. Blake Collins was the kid that was the one that really wanted to try and knock me out. He wasn't technically as good as the other kids, but he was the one that was really trying to knock me out. And I remember saying to my coach then, David Bigfall, he's the one that's going to be the best one out of the kids. And he went, no. All the other kids left. He ended up being the best one out of the lot. And he's still, to this day, training, and all the other kids left. So, because he found it the hardest, he worked the hardest. The other ones that found it easy, they just left. So, you've got to keep working, Jack. So, next time I see you, or next year, or whenever I see you, Tom's going to tell me he's got even more medals, got even more trophies. He's won loads more, which I'm sure you will. Nice one, mate. Anyone else? No. It was like, they're like, please, Darren, shut up, Darren.
Thanks again, Sensei, for the session and your time. Thank you.
Absolutely fine. That's no problem.
Yeah, thanks very much.
That's fine. Lovely meeting you all, guys. Keep training.
Cheers.
If you want another session, just let me know.
Of course, will do. Thank you.
Take care, guys. See you guys.
Bye-bye.